The town of Melun on the outskirts of Paris is far from as tranquil as it seems on the surface. A raid by a special unit of the anti-terrorist police here led to the arrest of the youngest suspect so far held under the country's state of emergency. The 16-year-old girl lived in this block of flats. Neighbors described her as keeping herself to herself. They weren't even sure of her name. They were too scared to talk on camera. The teenager has been charged with using her computer and mobile phone to spread radical propaganda from ISIL, the so-called Islamic State. The police have not yet named the 16-year-old girl they have in custody, but prosecutors here say she was highly radicalized. They only managed to get on her trail because they intercepted encrypted messages she'd left on a social mobile application. Muslim community leaders are all too aware of the dangers now facing the younger generation and admit they're vulnerable to traps waiting for them on the internet.
It's an international problem. Young people are connected to Google and use it as their teacher. They listen to what we say at the time, but then they move out of our control. They're more dependent on the information that they get on the internet. That's what they get from us.
This is not the town's first experience of radicalization. Lorossi Abala was born in Melun. He stabbed to death a police commander and his wife 2 months ago. ISIL claimed responsibility. And the man who threw a grenade into a Jewish supermarket and was later shot dead by police was also born in Melun. A convicted drug trafficker, he converted to Islam while in prison.
We are constantly being stigmatized. It's tiring to always hear people say it's the Muslims, not so much tiring as demoralizing. We have kids, we've been here for 50, 60 years, and they won't say it to us, but we are still considered foreigners.
Everywhere and anywhere in France can now feel vulnerable to attack despite every measure taken to protect lives. But the Muslims in Melun say they have always respected the laws of their country and they don't want themselves or their children to pay for what other people have done. David Chater, Al Jazeera, Melun.